one of the most important things, and one of the things that I think is going to have the most unmistakable impact in our district is this kind of thread that's run through the whole conference, that students must contribute to their own learning.
We shouldn't be limited by our classroom. Like, you know, the idea of not having walls and looking beyond, we've got this opportunity to, with these computers, to look outside of the classroom, and I think that's something that we really need to focus on.
The point was for students to be hands-on, to do it themselves. If they do it themselves, they're going to learn more.
One of the things that I think has been really neat about seeing the teachers here is having an elementary teacher and a middle school teacher and a couple of high school teachers, seeing how well they're working together and sharing ideas.
I was thinking there's kind of a limitation with it because not all of our kids at the middle school have a laptop in front of them, not yet anyway. So an idea that they came up with was you have one or two students be a scribe sitting at the computer, and the kids will write it on a scrap of paper or on a post-it note, pass it to those scribes, and they'll type it in.
It's not about the tools. Stop. If you're going to just keep buying tools, stop it. Don't buy another tool if you don't have a purpose behind it.
So there is a ton of stuff out there that teachers can use, students can use to make their classroom better. More fun for the teacher, more fun for the student, and like the excuse of I just can't find what works for me. You know, I don't believe in that anymore at all.
I went as a math teacher wanting to learn more about how to use data in the classroom. What I really liked about it was I could immediately see, if I were a social studies teacher, how that would apply in my classroom. And so I was thinking it would be really neat in the first 10 minutes of class, my kids could be analyzing graphs and I could be pulling in social studies, or I could be pulling in science at the same time.
Why stop short of just doing the video aspect of a student movie? Why not also score it with music and have them play with how powerful and emotive the music can be for it too?
No longer will we rely on the image that the textbook publisher chose, where they say this is the image that's going to represent a particular revolution in history. Now students can find images, numerous images and video clips and so on, that make things more meaningful to them, and it allows them to be more creators and taking ownership of their learning.
We went to a session about photo storytelling, and that's when the kids make their own storybooks, digital storybooks, and about themselves, and he suggested doing it at the very beginning of the year, the teacher doing it at the very beginning of the year, so that the kids can see me and my hobbies and what I enjoy, and I can get to know all of my kids that way.
It's a little bit humbling, to admit I don't know something, but how much more rewarding is it to figure it out together?
So I'm thinking, can we emulate that in our classrooms where we have 25, 30 people? Can the kids lead that type of a setting? Yes, they can. Each of our students have the capacity to lead us in where we can learn. Our kids can contribute to this learning process, into the environment and culture, and I want to help create that in our school system. So.